Intellectual property is the core and the key to the entire sector. Without intellectual property, you basically don't have a company in our sector. My name is Glenn Cross. I'm the Chief Operating Officer of AusBiotech. AusBiotech is Australia's industry organisation for biotechnology, medical devices and diagnostics. The members range from private sector companies, from small startups, mid-sized companies as well as large multinationals. The question of intellectual property is interesting and broad because it relates not only to the intellectual property policy and issues in your own country, but there's also the broad global perspective. The challenges we have in Australia is to ensure that our policymakers, which in Australia is primarily the federal government, are aware of the importance of IP and a broad and consistent IP policy with the rest of the world to protect the companies, both in Australia and as we then move out into the broader economic community. The Australian biotech community, as I mentioned, is broad, but we have some particular strengths around immunology and stem cells. For example, Australia now has the largest stem cell company in the world, a company called Mesoblast. We have around 120 public companies in the sector. Previously, intellectual property is the basis and the core of all biotech companies. If you don't have intellectual property that is adequately protected, then you really are going to struggle to get investment. And without that investment, you're not going to grow.